everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario World. But guess what? It's not gameplay. Today, I'm going to be doing my final thoughts on Super Mario World. It was a fun ride going through this. My first real LP of any game, and I feel like it went pretty good. But first, there are 4 categories I will be doing for final comments, or final thoughts. 1, it'll be why I chose the game. 2, how it went. 3, out of 5, out of 0 through 5, what's the good, I don't know how to explain this. Well, how much is it worth to buy? Like, out of 5, is it really worth to buy? And 4, the fun value. Is it really fun to get? Alright, so let's start with the first one, why. The reason why I did Super Mario World as my first real LP was because it was my first video game I ever played. It's hard to believe because I really love Pokemon, but it was actually my first ever game. Because when I was at my daycare, when I first went to my daycare, I found that all the guys were just playing on this thing called the Game Boy, and I was like, I want to try. They're like, there's another one. They had like a box, and there's another one there. Just go grab it and get a game and play. And the only one I saw was Super Mario World. I put it into the Game Boy Advance and just started playing. It was honestly one of the most fun times I've ever had. I was able to get to the second world, but I think I couldn't get past the, I want to say, the cave area. I think that's Donut Plains 2. I could not get past it, and for the love of me, I could not get past it. My friend did get to the Valina Dome, and I was able to play like 1 or 2 levels there. But honestly, I could not get past those 2 until later on. And that's because if it was a sentimental value to me for the fact that that was my first video game I ever played. So I thought, you know what? It could be fun to have the first LP I ever do. So I was glad that I got it, and got to LP it. So it was nice. Now, how the LP went. Oh my god, did we have some troubles during the LP. But it was my first LP. I kind of expected the troubles to happen. Now I know I'm getting better at my editing software. I know the settings I need to be at. I really know what to do now, and for later LPs, hopefully I can get better at doing it. So yeah, I have like a setup I have that works really well. So at least I know what I'm doing during the actual recordings and now. So the first couple episodes were trouble. Sorry about that. It was the first couple of troubles were trouble. The first couple of episodes were trouble, and honestly, now that I know what I'm doing, I feel confident enough to say that I will be doing much better in the LPs later on. We had some troubles during, the chocolate island mountains. I forget what they're called. I just did an LP of this and I forget what they're called. But yeah, I had troubles during that part, and there was some troubles during the Valley of Bowser. But honestly, I think it went really, really well. I will not be doing 100% completion of the game since, honestly, I don't even know how to do 100% of the game. And if I tried, man, would it take forever. I mean, honestly, I don't think I have enough experience to 100% it. Maybe I'll come back to it one day and 100% it, but for now, I think it's a good and done deal. Now, how much out of 5 would I give this game for fun value? I think I'm gonna do fun and then buying later. I would give this a 4 out of 5. This game is insanely fun, but for people who cannot just sit down and have the patience to play this game, you will have some moments where you're going to get pissed off, since you can't. Sometimes it's aggravating, takes time to realize what you have to do. Especially if you're going to go for 100%, my god, you're going to be sitting with your Game Boy Advance for a long time. It is difficult, to say the least. For the buying thing, I give this a 4.5, since this game is insanely fun. It will give you hours of gameplay, and honestly, I think you will never get bored with playing this game. if you get bored, then honestly, you can just put it down for an hour or two, come back to it, and start again. Or, you know what, just start a new file. I swear to God, if you get bored with the game where you're at, start a new file, and I bet you'll have the fun that you had when you first started all over again. And that's the great part about this game. Now, there are two versions of this game, the NES version, no, Super NES, sorry, and the Game Boy Advance version. If I recommend anyone, if I recommend any, I will have to say the Game Boy Advance version, since there's a lot more to it. It's a bit more challenging, at the same time a bit easier in some points. For example, in the Super NES version, if you get hit, even if you're Cape Mario, you will shrink all the way down to Small Mario. For obviously, as you saw in my LP, in the Game Boy Advance version, it's not the same. So hopefully that helps you out in a way like that. So, you take your poison, but honestly at the same time it doesn't really feel like poison because each game has their better qualities. A challenge I recommend to anyone playing the games is collect all the dragon coins. You're 100%ing the game it's fun, but the dragon coins, my god, will they give you extreme amount of hell. They're really troublesome to find, collect sometimes, and honestly, I would never want to do it. But hey, it's a good challenge to anyone who does it. So anyway, this has been my final thoughts on Super Mario World. I will see you guys next time with Zatch Bell Electric Arena Story Mode. Until then, I will see you guys later. Peace out.